here's what I want to talk about, because you mentioned it earlier, and I know firsthand, like, it could be some bullshit.
Yeah.
Dating a comedian.
Oh boy.
Listen.
That's bullshit. No, this is what I tell you.
It could be some bullshit.
But it could work. It could work. I know people that are married that are comedians and they've been together for a long time and it's working. But I was in a relation. I was married to a comedian, and it was just, it's a lot of competitiveness that goes into it that neither one of you want to be honest about. Because at the end of the day, we're still who we are. And we still work in the same business, and it's natural for there to be some type of competitiveness because we're essentially going for the same thing. And when you get something and they don't, it's a weird ass car ride home. Or if you are on a show together and you do good or they do good and you don't, that's a weird ass car ride home. Or if you get an opportunity and they feel like, plug me for that opportunity, and you're like, well, they don't want you. It can be weird. Oh yeah. And it's unexpected because you just don't think about these things when you go into the relationship or you fall in love with somebody. But it was different just to be married to somebody doing what you do and you being steps ahead of them.
Especially if you are female.
Yeah, because the ego comes in. You know, that male ego definitely does come in.
Especially a female, because I know the girl I was dating that was a comedian, she was just starting, you know what I mean? But she was like a hustler. She was getting in front of everybody. She was getting all these opportunities. I'm like, sit your ass down. Just like, they gonna see you. But then it was like I was hating, you know what I mean? And I remember one time when I did get upset because all of a sudden, like, she just asked Mike Epps, like, hey, can I just come do a guest spot with you? Mike was like, yeah. Gave her 20 minutes, do a guest spot, paid her all this money. I'm like, are you fucking Mike? Like, why?
And that's what it goes to.
And it had nothing to do with.
But that's what it goes to. As soon as a female gets cool with any man with any type of stature in this business, it is automatically assumed that we are sleeping with them. Now, granted, we might fuck them later. But in that moment when you ask us, we not. And that was always my biggest fear, was to be known for somebody to try to say that I'm sleeping around to get on. That was always like my biggest fear.
You know, I heard like people, it was caught, not even, I don't know how I got wind of it, but people was like, yeah, you know, she fucking Pookie. That's how she got on. I'm like, really? I was like, okay, cool.
But the crazy thing is that whether I was or was not, for me in stand-up, it was always like, it ain't none of your fucking business. And that's all. And it wasn't just with Pookie. It was like, if I heard that somebody was like fucking you, like somebody was like, you know, this girl fucking Donte, I'd be like, oh. Like, it's not my business who's fucking who. This ain't got nothing to do with me. Is she funny?
Right. Yeah.
Like, that will always be my thing. Like, you know, there's so many women in this game. Like, you know, I love and respect Ida, you know, and people will come to me and be like, you know, Ida, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Ida funny as fuck, who cares? Like, and that's when I started to respect just be funny. You know, Tiffany, I love me some Tiffany Haddish. You know, I had to talk to her, but I love her. And, you know, I used to hear shit about her. Tiffany Haddish is fucking, I heard she's fucking Pookie. She's fucking this. She's fucking that. She's fucking this. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. She funny? Because that negates everything. Right. Are you funny? And when those rumors started to happen, I was devastated. Like, I didn't talk to Pookie for months. I didn't talk to Pookie for about 6 months when those rumors started.
Really?
And he was so upset, and he was like, there's nothing you can do. Like, it's part of the game. Like, you just have to chuck it up. If it's not going to be me, it's going to be somebody.
Right.
If I laugh with you wrong, I'm fucking you.
Right.
You know, if they see me and you in a picture and I'm like this, they're like, bitches only smile like that when they fucking. You know, so it was just one of those moments. And what blew me off was, it was men
that was hating on you?
I never seen niggas gossip so much in my life. Niggas be out here chatty patty and shit, and I just be sitting there like, ooh, you gonna get your period, bro, because they would just be so chatty patty. Like, I remember, I have really good friends in stand up, and they will sit around and listen just so they can tell me who to be mindful of. And they would be like, you know, just be careful with that person. And they would never tell me what they said, but they would just be like, they don't fuck with you.
Really?
And it was always niggas I would get. Like, niggas would sit around in a group, like in a whole, just a huddle, and just talk about me. Like, she only got this for this, and she only got that for that. And I started addressing it. I was like, I got that because I'm funny. I mean, a motherfucker give you the same opportunity. You ain't get it. Why? Because you ain't funny. It don't matter. I could fuck a million niggas in this business and still be nowhere.
But you know what some of that derives from? That they was cool with your ex-husband. So I think that's really...
That shit gay to me. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
Get offended by that, by me saying
but
that.
But that's really what that is. But they really was cool with your ex-husband.
But the thing for me is this. That's my ex-husband. That's not your ex-husband. It's not for you to feel an emotional connection with my marriage that has ended. And anytime a man, and I've stopped speaking to so many male comics because of this, because their first response to me is, I don't like what happened between you and such. And my response is, that's not your business. That's not your fucking business for you to allow yourself to create a premature feeling based on something that had nothing to do with you. So if I divorce this man for whatever reason, what the fuck does that have to do with you? Why are you sitting somewhere pissed off because a man who's hurt, sad, and confused has vented to you things that might not even be the truth? You believed it, allowed yourself to create feelings that are premature, and now you have a bias. You are biased to me, and I ain't even do shit to you. Now, if I wasn't successful, you wouldn't give a fuck. If I was laid up somewhere with a nigga who wasn't worth shit, y'all would be like, she getting what's due to her. Look at her over there. But because I'm good, y'all mad. And not only am I doing better than him, I'm probably doing better than you too. So when men, especially men, when anyone, especially men, feels an emotional connection to a situation that had nothing to do with them, it speaks volumes on who you are. Because if I'm cool with you, and the person that you're in a relationship, your girlfriend, wife, and y'all disconnect for whatever reason, I'm adult enough to still fuck with both of y'all, because she gonna have her side and you gonna have your side, and neither one of those sides got shit to do with me. So when I was hearing all this stuff, and I even had a comedian walk up to me and was like, that shit you did was fucked up. And I was like, what are you talking about? To my boy, you went out, I heard you was fucking son. You heard. Okay. So you heard I was dealing with such and such, yeah. And I just don't like the fact that you did that to him. I was like, you fucking him? And he said, what? I said, because that's an emotion. Like, only time somebody feel like that is if you fucking them. If you're not fucking them, then why you care what I'm doing with my pussy? You understand how crazy that sounds? Yeah. Why does a grown man care what another grown man's ex-wife is doing with her pussy? I ain't never tried to fuck you.
You know what it is?
It's weird to me.
It is weird, but
it's weird. You're thinking about it now. You're like, you know what? Maybe I did some of this shit.
Yeah,
before.
I did. I know I did. But here's the thing, because I think a lot of men, like when we see some shit go down like that, we always draw from our own experience. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we got played by a chick, or we got dumped by a chick, or a chick start fucking with somebody else. So we harbor those feelings. Then we be like, yeah, that's fucked up. You did that. But like, nigga, that ain't got nothing to do with you.
But the reality of it is, you don't know why. You only know their why.
Yeah.
So that's like if you get in a situation with a female, most men don't say shit. Most men chuck that shit up and be like, it is what it is. And the female go run her mouth and she talk. And now everybody feel a way toward you because they're just assuming that what she said is the truth until you speak yours. And then we have your side, his side, and then we have what actually happened. So in that situation, somebody got really emotional and they start calling people, telling people all these things. And of course, everybody just assumed it was true. And then when I said what it was like, you the villain. Why would you say these things? And it's even worse when you're trying to protect somebody else's image while they're tarnishing yours. So there were so many things that happened in the marriage that I just didn't speak out loud because I knew what it could possibly do to him. And while I was protecting his image, it was shitting on me. And here we are 4 years later, and you are still where you are. And you haven't moved, you haven't budged. And it's no shit, no shade to him. It's just karma to me. So You can't allow so many people to be in your business all the time. And most importantly, and I tried to have this conversation with my ex, you got to be careful of the people who are excited about your drama. Because some people are, you ever had that one person that just want to call you and talk about your drama? Yeah. You could be like, I got a new job. Now what's going on with your baby mama?
Yeah.
They excited about your drama. Those are people you keep the fuck away from you.
Right.
And I would always tell him, even when we was really cool, we was co-parenting good, I said, you got to be careful. Stop letting people come to you. You know, they would come to him and be like, you know, I heard Tacarra did this. And I'd be like, why do you have people in your life that know that what they say could piss you off? Like, if I'm your friend and I fuck with you, if you don't need to know it, I ain't gonna tell you. You ain't gonna die if I don't tell you. Your life ain't gonna stop. There's certain shit I would just keep to myself because I love you enough and I'm your friend, and I know that's not what you need. But people would say things that would just, it was just bad, and it just got really bad, and it just kept getting worse, and I would just try to be in his ear like, hey, don't listen to those things, you know, like, we here to win. Like, even if we're not together no more, we still here to win. Like, we can still win.
Y'all got kids together,
yeah, we have
right?
a daughter together, and I would just be like, we can still win together. I was writing shows, putting him in the shows, you know. I got a whole role written for him because I still need you to win. We still got this kid together. I'm not trying to take care of it by myself. We still need to get these checks. And, you know, it just didn't turn out that way, but that's what happens when you let the industry push you, and that's also what can happen if you don't allow yourself to heal. And it was just the divorce is what pushed me. It just made me a monster in stand up because I have to be fucking funny. Because I did the improv, right? D-Ray's night. And I cried in the car before I got out. Because I knew that every motherfucker in there thought I was fucking everybody. People thought I was fucking D-Ray. People thought I was fucking Lil Rel. People thought I was fucking Pookie. People thought they thought, oh, she divorced, she loose in these streets, she out here fucking. And I got booked for the show, and for months after my divorce, I didn't perform because I was just scared to be outside because I knew people was talking about me. And I finally get to, D-Ray's like, I hit D-Ray up, and I was like, I think I need to perform. He was like, oh, come through, I'll put you on the schedule. We got you for the improv. I'm like, cool. And I parked my car, like, right up the street. And I'm crying in the car. I don't want to get out the car because I know I already passed the improv. I see niggas standing in the front. You know, I'm already like, I know as soon as I walk in, they're going to fake say what's up, and they're going to talk shit to me when I walk by. So I get out the car. I wipe my tears. I go into the improv. I hit D-Ray. I'm like, when I'm going on, he like, you next. I was like, okay, I'm coming in now. I go in, go straight to the stage. Murder. You know, standing fucking bitches is like, yes, bitch, fuck these niggas, man. Yeah, yeah, we shit too. I was talking about, you know, how women shit. Like, so fucking white, get over it. We'll die. If we don't, you want me to die or you want me to shit? Which one? And as soon as I did great, I got my purse and I went right back out. And I got in my car and I cried again. And then I drove home. And I did that for about 8 months of going in, killing, going out crying. Because I just couldn't understand how these were the rumors, and I have fought so hard for those not to be the fucking rumors. And I just remember, even though I wasn't talking to Pookie at the time, he was just like, I always remember him saying, just be fucking funny. Be undeniably fucking funny. Fuck them. Fuck what they gonna say. You have to. It's imperative that you are funny, because when those people that are talking about you, they also gonna come see if you do good. They gonna shut the fuck up and stand in unison and watch you perform. And all they need to see is a funny motherfucker up there. And when you done, you fucking leave. And I did that for months. And then finally I was like, man, fuck these niggas. And I would go up there, kill, and drink my Jack and Coke and sit at the bar. Y'all niggas said. What's up, T? Don't talk to me. Talk about me, bitch ass. And it just created a monster that just... I started focusing less on everybody else and more on myself. Mm-hmm. And that made me horn in on... People were stealing my jokes, and people was like, this person did this joke, ain't that yours? I was like, I got more. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it forces you to be more creative. And, yeah, I'm glad you said everybody was... Like, people was getting called in different cities. Like, niggas would call me and be like, yo, I got a phone call from such and such telling me you was fucking such and such. I'm like, why you call me with this is gay? Like, why you call me with this? I'm just telling you that's what's happening. Like, somebody is running around calling everybody, telling everybody this. And I would also be like, you know, I'm also going through a divorce. People also hurt. And that's okay. And, you know, and talent speaks for itself. You know, we 4 years later, and I'm okay. You know, I'm all right. I'm figuring life out. You know, I got these amazing kids at home who I want to punch in the throat. and they want to fight me back. and it just is what it is, you know.